Oh, hey, you're fast on the draw. I was gonna get some stuff set up first. But yeah, hey, how you doing, Levy? Didn't think anyone would be up. What was I gonna do here? Oh yeah. I don't think I posted this in your Discord, Levy, but I was having trouble with how much this one changed. I like made it super warm initially, and now it's lost a lot of that warmth, so I think I'm gonna try adding some like reds and oranges to see if I can bring back some of that. And we'll see how it goes. If it starts to go bad, I'll just switch to another one, because I have another one that I want to work on. Doing well, lingered into the night, playing Vidya. Yeah. That sounds good. I want to get back to playing some games. Oh, hey Kiwi, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I like the way like certain parts of it turned out, like here. Um, like the texture on it. I think I need to add like some harder highlights over here. And maybe that's where I can add some warmth. So we'll try that out. Obviously I need to do her eyes, which is also this color, so I'll do that now. But yeah, how you doing, Kiwi? How's things? So this... I don't remember what exactly I used to mix the hair color, but I'm guessing it's this and this. These colors here. And for the light coming down here, what do I want to do with that? Because I was thinking of doing a light blue, but that will just make it feel colder. So maybe an orangish yellow, probably, yeah. Doing good, just bullying Levy in voice chat. I need an adult. Are you guys playing Final Fantasy or Sea of Thieves? Or just chilling? Well, Final Fantasy, yeah. Getting Kiwi all caught up to the current. I played Final Fantasy before. I think I told Levy about it. But the first was like the time it was like very bad. And then they kind of rebooted the whole thing about a year later, and it came out and it was actually pretty good. But then I was playing the demo and I didn't have time to stick with it. But yeah, I remember the music was really good. I'm sure it's gotten a lot better since then. What do I want to do here? Oh, these brushes are hard. I'm gonna try to see if Wuthering Waves, which is a gacha, but it's from like a Kuro Games, which is developers for Punishing Grey Raven. That's the soundtrack I'm listening to right now. But I'm gonna try to see if my iPad can run it, and then maybe if I can stream that. Because I'm gonna need a game to play if, like, I had an interview a couple days ago and it looks like I might get the job. So I'm going back to being a wagey, but at least it's not cagey because I'll be at home. Regardless, I'll need something to decompress. So I'll be looking out for a game to play consistently. Yesterday I reset my whole desk, not this desk, the desk beside it, because I wanted to have like space for everything. The other desk didn't have the length of it to like hold everything in a way that it's accessible to me, because on the far side I couldn't reach the stuff. So I just replaced the table with a longer, like, picnic table essentially. I'm struggling to find where I put the stuff. I also tried the wet palette that I think Ursa, what's her name, Ursa? Let me check my activity. Her name's probably in it. Yeah, her name was Ursa. I tried the wet palette thing and it didn't work out really well. Maybe I don't have the right paper. I put like parchment paper over this and it didn't like, I felt like the paint was just getting absorbed into it. So I'll stick with my Christmas tin can. Oh, that's brighter than I thought it would be. Okay, so let me make sure it's the right color. I think I have a reference here. Oh, I should probably pull up the YouTube chat in case someone's talking to me. No, no one's talking to me. Someone's just lurking. You know what's annoying with YouTube? Sometimes you get people that pop in from like a comment section where you were like having arguments or something. They just kind of pop in sometimes into your comments if you have a video or a live chat and try to like get into an argument with you. And then I have no idea what they are talking about because I don't remember all that. I'm just like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I guess that's why creators don't bother with commenting in YouTube videos. Because they don't want to get confused with people coming in, asking them about this and that, and they won't remember what they're talking about. Oh wow, this particular character doesn't have the reference that I'm looking for on my tablet. It's on my computer. Let me see if I can get it. Has to be this one. So it's like red on the outside, and it has like a yellow star for an eye. I'm probably not going to be able to do that. I'll add the yellow dot at the end, I guess. Cool. Okay, this is probably not the best idea, but I'm gonna just go ahead and get it done. What I want her looking this way. So the eyes are gonna be like that. Another mermaid character that I realize that I have never drawn, but I should probably try to draw is there's that mermaid from Submarine something. It's like it's older anime. But that was a pretty cool design. I'll see if I can find some reference and add that to the list. This instantly looks like a horror creature now. The ends of her tail are also red, so maybe I should add some of that going in here. But I also wanted to make orange, right? So I'll just use this. And I think for the highlight, I'll just go straight to white, even though it's like a cool color. Okay, so the highlights are gonna be like a dome, and then they should follow like here. Yeah, so I'll lighten up this part here. That way it can follow along. Okay. Let me see. This is gonna make like McDonald's orange ketchup mustard mixture, probably. I don't know if it's the right color, but oh, Gabby, hey, how you doing? I'm continuing to struggle with color. But I'm learning, so yeah. And Kern is he had a live stream earlier. I think he's supposed to come back. He had something to do and he ran off to go do that. But yeah, Kern's back streaming finally. Okay, let me see. I'm good. Just working, and I saw your stream pop up, and I was like, I have to. I usually don't stream at this hour. It's mostly because I can't sleep properly right now, and I have like an irregular schedule. So it was actually a lightning storm earlier, and I didn't want to risk that because I've had my stuff shut down like 3 times in the last few weeks. So I don't like when my electronics get slapped by a power surge. But now it's gone, so. Okay, so this orange is obviously warmer, but I don't know if I can add maybe a little more red to it. I'll try that out after I get the general position. You stream when I see, yeah, it's the damn time zones. It's like I think maybe 7 or 8 hours that we're apart, because I'm EST, and you're like, I think Eastern Europe. I don't know exactly though. Nine a.m. where you are. Okay, so crap, what's the math like on this? Right now it's 3 a.m. for me, so 9 a.m. for you. 6 hours. That's about the same as Blue. I think she's in Germany, so what's that time zone? GST or something? Or actually, I don't know. Yeah, time zones. Why couldn't the Earth be flat? That'd be so much better. Okay, so it did get warmer. That's good. I should have posted the progress shots for this in your Discord, so you could see what a mistake I made. But it was so much warmer than how it is now. It's like a shift to really cool colors, and I'm trying to bring back the warmth essentially now. So. Because it was supposed to have more of a tropical vibe to it. What mistakes is this was? No. Someone told me that they didn't, like if they weren't there to see that I didn't have much experience using like color, they wouldn't have believed me. They would have thought that I was faking it, but I guess I'll just take that as a compliment though, because I actually haven't. I just kind of bought paint and hoarded it. I was too nervous to actually use it. But there's a lot of like principles that still apply between or from going from black and white to color. It's basically the contrast that you're trying to maintain, except you have like a spectrum of contrasts between different colors and how they interact with each other. So it's like a difficulty multiplier. And there's a lot of like experimentation. I basically read color theory and I'm just trying to apply it now. But yeah, if it looks like I'm doing a good job, I'm just going to take it as a W. I don't know much about paint, but this looks pretty good to me. It's this is acrylic paint, and after this I want to move on to gouache and then watercolor, because I tried watercolor for like let me go get it. Actually, it's like across the room. Essentially, I tried watercolor and I found it to be the most difficult. So this was watercolor. Oh crap. The lights are all screwed up. But I painted it over with acrylic because of how bad the watercolor was. And let me show. I think I have the one that's really bad. I didn't paint over it. Yeah. So this one. The only thing that came out well, I guess, is these two pumpkins. But yeah, everything else got washed out. And something weird happened with certain edges. I didn't understand how the paint was actually supposed to work. But yeah, it's fun to learn it. Watercolor is the hardest in my opinion, because you have to use to your advantage the dry and wet areas, how the paint behaves differently in those areas, and plan ahead for which areas you're going to stain on the page, and then use light colors first because the dark colors will overpower them. And also, anytime you make use wet paint, the more water you add to a paint, the more unpredictable the dry color will look. Because whenever something's wet or saturated, it looks darker than it actually is. So yeah, that's something that is an ever-present challenge in watercolor. Red gouache is pretty difficult. I think gouache is easier than watercolor. But yeah, I guess I'll find out. I like the flowers better, yeah. I remember they taught us that in school with and with digital, it is sometimes good to put the highlights at the end. Yeah, I can see that being true because you have what's it called? The values, I guess, will become difficult to see if you're using the brightest right away. Like you'll end up, I guess, maybe going straight to white when you don't need to, and it'll become too wide, I guess, of a range. I think I've made that mistake a lot actually with the black, because I use black and white normally, so I guess one way of avoiding that is starting with like a gray canvas in digital. What happens if I add let's see, this color maybe here? This is a little too harsh. Going from grays to color can really help your values. There's I'm probably gonna do that when I try colors again in digital, because I'm using traditional basically as an excuse to dive in and learn, because there's a lot of lack of control, and like you kind of have to pay more attention to what you're doing, I feel like. Whereas in digital, it's like there's it's a lot more flexible. Like you have the undo, and you have like very many tools that can compensate for your lack of understanding, like blending layers or gradient maps and stuff like that. So once I have that figured out, I'm going to try digital, maybe start with a gray painting and colorizing it, I guess, and then I'll jump into color after that. I want to like see if I can find somewhere to download palettes from, because I find like when there's so many colors to choose from, it's like a problem for me. Where is... oh no, too much wet. Too much water. I still don't know what gradient maps are. Is it more of a Photoshop thing? Initially it was. Initially it was only available on Photoshop, much like the liquify tool. I think this year, or like late last year, the liquify tool was added, and then a year prior to that we had the gradient tool added into Clip. I don't know if the liquefy tool is locked to like the most recent update of Clip. Maybe version 2 has it. I know version 3 definitely has it. But for gradient maps, yeah, the old Clip definitely has it, because I remember using it before they did the subscription thing. Still have it on 1. I think you might have it then. It's in tone correction, I think. Like the same place where you go if you want to adjust levels or adjust the contrast, hue and saturation. You can even add it in as an adjustment layer. But yeah, either way, it's a crutch if you're trying to learn how to use colors. Of course, it becomes a convenience later when you're actually having to produce things faster, I guess. Or if you want to go for like a particular effect. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the tail shift to red. Oops. That was more orange than I wanted to put down, but it'll get covered. I have the EX version. Don't know if Pro has them. Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long. I got like the, what's it called? The word started with a P, but I can't remember. Basically, it's a one-time payment, and it gives you updates for like about a year. So I managed to get 3 because of the time that I subscribed to that 1 year non-renewable, and I think it was like 40 bucks Canadian because they were having like a promotion. But I don't really see anything that's worth paying extra for at this point. I don't think they have much to add. I think they just kind of want to keep their business going at this point, which is fair because they have to stay afloat. There's some features that I want that are still not in it though. Like flipping the canvas on the cursor is something I've wanted in Clip for like a long time. Because whenever you flip the canvas, it just flips the entire image. So say you're painting here and you hit the flip the view, it flips the entire view. So now this tail would be over here while your hand is over here still. And then you have to do this, right? And I always found that annoying. I feel like it should flip it right there. Or at least give you the option, because maybe some people don't like that. Perpetual, yeah, that's the one. I don't think I will ever upgrade. I need to work offline and on multiple devices, and new version have issues with that. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with the new one. I haven't had any issues with it yet, but I think like since it's already going in that direction, it's pretty much only gonna get more restrictive, and that's gonna be a problem in the future. So I have Krita downloaded. I'll have to figure out how to use that, because the way I have my brushes in a clip are, they're like customized to be perfectly what I need them to be. So if I can get the brushes replicated in Krita, that would be one step in leaving clip behind. I think Photoshop, they did the thing with the AI. That's an available feature now for users who want that. Yeah, I feel that you can't recommend it anymore. It's the online thing that's huge for. It's a huge red flag, like the implications of that. I guess this is their anti-piracy attempt, which doesn't make any sense to me, because a lot of the time people who pirate your software, like they're not going to buy it after they can't pirate it. Like I would say most people. I'm sure some would, but yeah, it is cracked actually, because I did check for that. It's a couple versions behind because I'm on a Mac, like I told you before. But for PC users, it's cracked for I think the most recent version, anyways. So I don't really know what they think they're saving. And the more you DRM your software, the more people will pirate it. Yeah, that's true. You're just making another like barrier of entry a lot of the time, and that's like some people are even like locked out sometimes of using certain software because in their country it's more difficult to sign up for things and all that stuff. I think not right now, like maybe a couple days ago they had like some Helldivers drama because the PlayStation wanted people to sign up. And it locked out a bunch of people from countries that don't have as much access to the PlayStation network. Control freaks, yeah. Yeah. I hope they have access back to it by now. But the thing is that that's done so much. The damage report on this is not out yet because obviously it happened recently. But how many people refunded and are not going to bother coming back? How many how many people saw this develop and decided, you know, I'm not gonna bother jumping on anymore? Sony reversed it. For now, I guess. Yeah, I can see them trying it again later, or making it a more upfront requirement in future games. As they're a company that's trying to stay alive in a market that they're becoming irrelevant in because they don't innovate really. I wanted to buy Stellar Blade for my husband, but I won't bother. That game's soundtrack is so good. But yeah, I'm not buying a PS5 for that. I'm gonna wait for PC. I'll wait for PC and get it with the DLC at 50% off. And I don't know what that controversy was about, where they were saying something about her being super sexualized or something. She's like the least sexualized protagonist out of like the recent ones. What are the recent ones like? Okay, so you have 2B, who you can like, do the self-destruct thing, and she's basically wearing a leotard, and you can play the whole game like that. If you want to call that sexualization, anyways, I don't really think that is a sexualization thing, but. And then you have Bayonetta, whose magic is straight up getting naked, and her hair is basically just coming off, and she shoots by spreading her legs, which isn't which if that isn't on the nose, I don't know what is. Yeah, I don't want any of that censorship bullshit too. But at least if it's on PC, there's a chance that they can either mod it back to the original state, or just mod in general, add in outfits and content and stuff like that. Okay, so now that this is back to being very warm, I need to add the highlights, which are going to be cool. I'm just gonna go straight to white and see what happens, because the white paint is a little opaque. So is opaque the right word? It's a little transparent. The whole sexualization argument is idiotic in my opinion, because both Bayonetta and 2B are also great characters, and there is nothing wrong with having both brains and looks. And Stellar Blade characters got designed by women, yeah. Even if they were designed by men, it's like, it just so happens that the woman designed more sexy than males do. Like, what's her name? Bayonetta, female designer. I don't know if 2B was female designer. I think that was what's his name? Yoko? I don't know if that was his name actually, but maybe he designed it. Oh no, it was that artist. The same near artist. I can't remember what that person's name is. Same designer for, what's her name? Kaine, yeah. It's probably a good looking Riptus. What are like male characters that females gush over? I actually don't know. Cause like the ones that pop into my head for like popular male characters are characters that I think guys mostly like. Like for example, Dante, Virgil. But I don't know if women like them like as eye candy or anything. I actually never thought about it before. Maybe V. I guess I saw a lot of girls gush over V from Devil May Cry 5. But yeah, I can't think of. Oh, they do. Okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was like a bro thing. Cloud. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Cloud from Cloud has I guess the twink appeal. Hi, I'm woman that drools over DMC5 Dante. Yeah, you're one that I know about. But like in general, I didn't know like a lot. I don't know it was like a popular thing. I just thought you were like an unusual exception to the rule. But yeah, I guess it's true then. Oops, I accidentally put too much red in that. Okay, so white here. Dante in general is very attractive to manly men and women, both physically and personality / history as a character with butt fuck load of lore. Okay, so I'm gonna think of a few other characters and let's see what you guys think of them then. Like characters that I guess guys really look up to. Guts from Berserk. From Berserk. Or let's say, is his name Thorbjorn from what's that? Vinland Saga? I mean, just look at Supernatural. It's a TV show, but the argument applies. It has a lot of things that appeal to male audience, but a lot of women love the show as well, mainly because of the main characters, donkey dudes. I thought that was a show that was like aimed at a female audience. Like I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it. I watched up to I actually wouldn't know the season. I think it was around Leviathan stuff is when I dropped off. Yeah, I think so, right? It feels like it was aimed at a female audience. Or maybe it was initially not necessarily aimed at a female audience, but that became something they played up later on. Yeah, it's loved by a lot of people. Okay, let me put this brush down, because I'll probably come back to that same color soon. Let me wet this a little bit. Let's try the white. What is this? Titanium. The Leviathan arc is where you dropped off as well. What the fuck was happening? I popped in after that and I had no comprehension of what was going on. I don't know, I just kind of flew off the handle after. Honestly, earlier than that, it flew off the handle, but especially during that, you essentially kept watching because you like the characters, you like their chemistry and stuff like that. But yeah, I have no idea. Like there's some angel stuff. I don't know if Cass made it to the end or not. I actually didn't check. I think there was like some weird Mark of Cain stuff with like Sam and Dean being descendants of direct descendants or something of the Adam and Eve thing. Wasn't there a supernatural prequel that was supposed to come out? I don't know if it already came out and like kind of fizzled, but I remember that was supposed to be a thing. It was aimed at women, then it just supports both sides, sexualized quote-unquote things, I guess. In my head, only 5 seasons exist. This is problem with a lot of shows. I think they're probably not written to have that many seasons, but because they are successful, they want to keep them going, and it just runs off a cliff. There's another show I just thought of was Dexter. When you were saying only 5 seasons exist, I think that's about the same run as Dexter. I think after they take care of antagonist that is very central to Dexter's personal story, after that it just kind of goes downhill. They turned them into women, and it was an entire thing of, yes, girl power, girl boss, this isn't trying hard, I swear. Didn't like the show much to begin with. Wait, is this supernatural? They got turned into women? Oh wait, are you talking about the prequel? Like the prequel was, or like the prequel that they came out with, they just basically did the girl boss stuff? It's ironic how Hollywood wants to show how cool women characters can be, and at the same time making them super shallow, and it just looks sexist. Yeah, well, it's the same thing with the, like, going back to the what's it called, the super sexy female characters in games and anime. Like, the problem that they have with them is kind of, it just feels kind of weird like that. As the reductionary arguments that they use, they're like very fabricated. They come from the person themselves that's like making that assertion. There wasn't really like anyone saying that or acting like that about those characters. Like the people who were consuming the actual media, they never felt that way about the characters. They kind of just pushed that narrative out there and accused everyone also being sexist who was like, you know, what are you talking about? I think that's maybe where the term safe horny comes from, where it's like whatever sexualization that is deemed acceptable is acceptable to, I guess, whatever group is publishing the stuff. Oh no, I went way too white with that. This is like, can I make it? Okay, no. Before this dries, I need to get rid of it. Have you heard Beck's rants about Dexter and how bad it got? And I was looking about Supernatural. No, are you talking about Supernatural? Yeah. Yeah. I love Beck's rants. Beck's rants are great. Yeah, I think I was there for that, but even if I wasn't there for like a particular one, he's gone on rants multiple times saying that he doesn't like care to talk about it, but he clearly likes to talk about it. He should talk about it more, make more rants. I heard that there's some fucky wacky with Dexter, but never watched it. Yeah, Dexter had issues that just mounted after they got rid of the big bad. I always laugh at journalists outraging over Bayonetta when I hear, or when her sexuality is her weapon. It's all about the context, story, and writing. Beck's rants are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I don't think they can do anything like Bayonetta ever again. Or they can do it, but it won't be published, I guess, by Western. Like, you have a character whose magic is centralized around getting naked and dominating literally with, like, you know, the magic spells that she uses. They're basically kind of like BDSM oriented. And then you also have the fact that she's spreading her legs and spinning around the place, pole dancing in midair while she's shooting guns. It's like there's so much there that's like super female sexuality oriented, and they also managed to not be disrespectful to the character at all. I don't think the West could achieve something like that. I can't think of a character from like the past that is like sexualized in that way, but also respectable. Because I think they tried to do it with, like, say, Starfire, but she just ended up becoming like whorish. Isn't focusing on looks only sexist on its own? Should we tell them? Bayonetta went downhill with 3, threw her whole story away. I heard some stuff about it, but I didn't really look into it much, because for me, Bayonetta 2 is peak. It's the best she's looked in the series, and it's also like, I don't know if 3 really would add anything to the narrative. I heard like you're playing as her daughter or something at some point. Like, does she die or something? Because if she dies, then yeah, I'm not playing the game. We were back, gotta finish eating. Yeah. Have a good meal. Or have a nice meal, yeah. Okay, so this white seems too harsh. Maybe I can like just like pad yellow around it, and maybe that will make it less. Or wait, no, not yellow. I'll do the red. I need one of those stick things that like go across your desk where you can rest your hand on, but I don't know how I'm going to add that to my current setup. Maybe I'll just use my thumb or my pinky. But yeah, there's a lot of the sexualization, quote unquote, stuff that is affecting, I feel like, primarily Eastern media, where it's getting like painted with a unfair kind of assessment, mostly by America. Because I think in Europe it's less crazy with that kind of stuff. Like for example, Nikkei, it's commonly seen as like, I don't know, some kind of like jerking off gotcha. Oh crap, I think there was an ad. Or there is an ad running right now. I'll just wait for that to go away. I think there was an ad that cut me off, but basically I was talking about Nikkei. AI ads? No, like they're giving you ads specifically for specifically for AI now. You can use artificial intelligence that's not really artificial intelligence to boost your business. Everything's being marketed now, like the stuff that are actually just they're just like tools that were already being used in business to assess like analytics, are being marketed now as like AI. Because I guess that's like a fancy new label that you can use. Okay, so with that highlight here, I think I'm gonna add like a light blue inside here. That way it doesn't like take away from the like 3D effect of like the curvature. Oh, Kuro, why are you still awake? Shouldn't you be asleep? How are you doing, Kuro? It was recently brought to my attention that, at least in the West, sex work is being embraced, but sexy media is being censored, and I am very confused. I am very confused as well. It's very... nothing here makes sense. Like... Like you can have the same person literally standing over a girl who's about to turn 18 and just waiting to like join her OnlyFans or something. And then the same dude will go on Twitter and talk a lot of crap about like, I don't know, Stellar Blade or anime characters or whatever it is at the time that is under fire, I guess. Strange world. I'm waking up in 5 hours. You're waking up in 5 hours. You're wake up right now, Kuro. If you have 5 hours, you should probably go to sleep. It's not like I'm in any better of a position to be telling you this, because I think I have to wake up in... yeah, I have to wake up in like 5 hours too, actually. But the thing I have to do, I can do a little later than that. But yeah, I wasn't able to like fall asleep, so I decided to just paint. And I have like a new table and stuff set up, so nice way to get used to a new workspace. It looks amazing, thank you. I'm trying to get it to work, but some things are just confusing. Okay, so this part here, I want the shiny to run up with her gills. I'm gonna need to push this in this direction. Do I have like yellow for this? Let me see. Okay, it's too harsh. I just did that. But I think I can just go back in and like with the blue on this side and then with the yellowish color on the other side to reduce how hard the highlight is. I was thinking of going to OnlyFans, but just have my art there. I was too. I was thinking of using it for in like as an alternative to Patreon, because like especially since it's actually activated their little anti-nudity or sexual media card. Like we've seen signs of that years ago, that it was going to happen this way. So a lot of people were looking for alternatives, and OnlyFans and Fansly and a couple of other websites. I think Subscribestar, but it's really only a matter of time before the payment processors put a chokehold on everyone. Unless someone figures out what's going on in that realm and puts a stop to it. Yeah, Patreon is pushing out porn, but why does my payment processor care if I make porns on it? Especially since like they're making money off of it. They're making tons of money off of it, really. But it's not even like it's even just specifically obscene quote unquote content. as they would call it. It's even just nudity in general. Like the new terms of service for both Patreon and Gumroad are so loose that they could basically just get rid of you for just drawing like a topless character or something. A topless female character, of course. But yeah. So yeah, if OnlyFans and Fansly have a level of freedom still, I can see people like using it for a while before things get figured out. If things get figured out for the other platforms. I don't know how to ground my hand, so I'll do this. I think nudity is fine on Patreon as long as it's behind the paywall for now, yeah. I think like there's parts of their terms of service though that contradicted other parts, and it would allow them to, if they found it to be obscene, even if it was behind a paywall. Like for example, if it had if it was implying something that might not be kosher, then they would get rid of it, even if you weren't actually depicting the thing. There's so much weirdness going on though. Like, I probably want to look into that to see like where it's coming from, where the push. Because they're not making more money doing that, so I feel like it's ideological. In all honesty, it would be a disaster if Patreon burned down, but at the same time, it could open up some new venues. Yeah, it could. I don't know if I have a subscribe star to use to set up on. So I'll have to check. The problem though is that like even if we have new venues, if the like as long as the payment processors have that attitude, it's only a matter of time before they put the chokehold on those smaller venues. And then things can get really dystopian. Like say like people decide, let's get away from these platforms, let's have our own websites to host our content. You can get it so like bad to where the actual ISPs themselves are like screwing with people. But yeah, that's a long ways off, I hope. This is gonna be painful for me to do, painting the face. I can see myself like making so much mistakes here. It's gonna have like that, you know, that ugly phase in your art that whenever your art's in that phase, it just bothers. Well, for me, it bothers me, but like, I guess it's the most discouraging phase of the artwork. I'm gonna need a smaller brush. And I'm going to need to... What am I gonna need to do? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do this off stream so I can actually like put the canvas down and like do very delicate work. You mean Kick? Kick was supposed to be this freedom website, but all it did is stream people committing crimes. Eat the canvas. Oh, I'm not eating the canvas, Kiwi. Yeah, I feel like Kick was this is conspiracy theory, but I feel like Kick was just a quarantine zone. So like you have a lot of people who are causing problems, I guess, for Twitch, let's say, and maybe Twitch's shareholders or something don't like that. I don't know if they're connected with Twitch somehow or connected with Amazon somehow. I know they have like some gambling thing that they're connected to, but and I heard they're operating at a loss. But yeah, it feels like they were set up to get the people that were causing problems on Twitch to either voluntarily or just like be a place where people can just go and do their crazy content, basically. They've had several people from Kick arrested. What's his name? There was like some dude who went to Japan. I think he got kicked, or no, he got imprisoned in Japan, and then he got deported, I think. Some Somalian guy. I don't know exactly what his name was, but it's always like that. The freedom of speech platforms turn into these amalgamations of crazy... I'm on... Oh, you're on Minds as well? Well, actually, I'm not on Minds anymore, but yeah, I went on Minds when it first came out. That lasted like a year. That was supposed to be alternative for Twitter, and majority of boosted posts are conspiracy. Yes, it's still doing that. So yeah, you get a currency for using Minds, daily logins, and just activity on people's posts, like leaving comments and all that kind of stuff. And then you can boost your own posts by using those points. So I guess they still haven't implemented like the block feature to block people whose posts you don't want to see, like boosted posts. Because remember, that was like something people were requesting when I was on Minds, and there was a huge argument between, like, you know, we're supposed to be free speech, and then on the other side it was like we should have the options to tailor our user experience. If I don't want to see, like, you know, the newest flat earth theory, then that should be something that I can do. Oh, and their crypto crashed. I have 174 tokens, and they equal $6. Back in the day, that would be at least $100. Can't remember what their crypto was called. But yeah, I had a decent chunk. I just kind of left. It was fun when I was there. I met a lot of people. But everyone that was kind of following, they kind of just went back to Twitter and wherever else. Major Ligma, major Ligma. I never planned to monetize binds though, because I don't dabble in crypto. Yeah, same. And glad I didn't. Yeah, I just never felt like crypto was a reliable way to create like a parallel economy. Because like I always feel like digital is so easy to like take over. And like we don't know, like it feels so insecure, even though I know like it has like super encryption and all that stuff. Oh, is this color too light? Maybe I'll add a few more drops of blue. And what now? It's a little too bright, but that's fine. Let's see how it looks. Wait, no, I'll add more blue. Okay, this color is still a little too bright, but and is limited shared resource. If everyone starts withdrawing money at its peak, then its value will go down, and others who weren't fast enough will be left with nothing. It's like gambling. Yeah, and there's also like so many people have to be on board for, I feel like, for like something like that to work. I know you can like turn whatever you have in crypto into an accessible currency, or an acceptable currency. So like say you have Dogecoin and you want to turn it into the currency of some country so that it can be accepted in that country, you can do that. But yeah, it feels annoying to have to do that. Maybe it's done automatically, I don't know, I've never actually used. But yeah, it feels like a market has to be accommodating for it to even be effective. Okay, I think I might have put too much of the color here. I need a smudge. You're back breakfast. Oh, you didn't have breakfast yet? Yeah, go have your breakfast. I eat late. Honestly, I skip breakfast most of the time. I know it's not good, but definitely need to have a white, a little bit of white to bring that back to a less saturated color. Or actually, I can probably do this. Let me see. I learned something this stream. Woman attracted to Dante, didn't know that. Got no idea, bro. I thought it was just you. And like a few other people. I know like the Final Fantasy characters, they're drawn like really pretty, so I can understand that. I don't know if there's a lot of, I don't know of a lot of women who are into like Castlevania, but I would assume they like those guys. But yeah, the more manly-ish ones I didn't know that they cared for. So yeah, I literally have no idea. The only Final Fantasy characters I thirst for is a stinky old man. Stinky old man. Who's a stinky old man? Is it the guy from Final Fantasy? What's it called? He's like, he wears red and he has like circle glasses and like a big sword. Oh fuck! Like all of them have big swords. Oh, let me punch that into Google and see if it's the guy I was thinking about. You know Aran? I have no idea what their names are. Oh, never mind. This is a character that I actually don't think I recognize. Where are they from? Is it from the online game? Because if it is, that's probably why I don't recognize it. Eternal Dead. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of characters that I've seen art of, but I don't know anything about them because they're from the online. With throat, uh, um, Emmett's whole fucking foot. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh no, I'm fucking things up. I'm so sorry. That's fine. There's no problem. I'm just going to look at you weirdly. If I had access to my soundboard, I would press the one about fatherlessness, but I can't see it from here. And I don't want to wear my glasses. Too real. Trying to see how it looks on camera because sometimes it looks no different. Okay, I feel like I need to do her eyes just to get it not looking so creepy. It's probably the wrong brush for this, but I'll just kind of pat in the eyelashes. The best way to see how it looks on camera is to actually start licking the paint before chewing on the canvas. It adds texture. Jesus. Throating feet, eating canvases. Just a normal Wednesday morning. Yeah, I'm starting to get scared. Oh wait, that's the wrong color. I'm starting to get scared both for you and of you. Don't be scared, it gives me power. Wait, let me check her eye shape. I think it's more round. But let me check. Okay. They always have like black eyelashes because it pops easier. Like it's easier to see. But I tend to like when the eyelashes are like the same color as the hair. I know like some people don't like that. It looks too, I don't know how they would describe it, but I guess for me, it looks more like, it looks subtle and ethereal when the hair on the eyelashes are the same color as like a light hair tone. Let me see if I can make it work. If I can't, then I'll do it in like a darker color. I wonder, like going back to the games that have I hate using sexualized because it feels like it's their term to categorize the characterization. But like there's this game called Gravity Rush or Gravity Days. I think it was called Gravity Rush in America and then Gravity Days in Japan. But I remember there was like some sexualization, smaller of course, smaller scale arguments about that. And that game's like a super girly game. The UI and everything, it's kind of like how Bayonetta, they have a very they have like a very complete aesthetic. But I feel like Sony didn't promote that game on purpose. It managed to get a sequel, but it still isn't. It still didn't get as much success as it should have gotten. Rowdy Rush, you know about it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I platinumed both the first and second game. I played the hell out of those games. But yeah, I think it's, at least for now, it's dead. Like the dev, I think, moved on to something else. Didn't really say why, but we know why. Okay, let me see how it looks like. Okay, I think once I get like shadows in place, maybe it'll pop a little more. Do I need to draw her eyebrows, or are they covered by hair? Paint her eyebrows. Fuck, does she even have eyebrows? Oh, they're just, yeah, they're kind of covered by the hair, so. Maybe I'll do that now. I need to remix that color, I think. Maybe blue? Blue and yellow and white, and there we go. I think this is the right color. I'm gonna have to add a highlight along the edge here to make the dimension. Okay, so her hair ends around the top of her nose. So right here. My hand isn't steady enough for this. I know I need a light blue in here, so I guess I'll mix that. I have blue out. I need to make the eye have like a pit or a pupil of yellow. And before you say no, I'm not going to eat it. No, it's Vincent van Gogh. I don't eat my paint. Maybe that's how you get good. But yeah, not taking that risk. Damn it. Yeah, paint starts with a P and so does power. Coincidence? I think not. Oh, by the way, I forgot the name of the jellyfish. But I think you were saying that you wanted to try doing like a, I think it was like called like an Orella, I don't know, but it was some kind of jellyfish. Basically, did you end up trying out drawing it? Or painting it? If you haven't, then when you get to it, I want to see it. I haven't drawn in weeks. In the gaming mood, I guess. Cause that's the only time I put down like drawing. Is when I'm in like a gaming mood. The big old depresso. My room's a disaster and it won't stop raining, which hurt the bones slash nerves. When it rains, it causes like something that happens to your bones and nerves. Is it like humidity thing? Like I haven't. That's interesting. I haven't heard about that. Or is it like a seasonal thing? Like maybe temperature changes and stuff. I guess that's part of it, probably, but yeah, depresso. That's enough on its own, really. So to knock you off the out of the saddle. When you have nerve damage slash previously broken bones, it's an ass kicker with weather. Rain's really bad. That's interesting. I've heard of like rain causing people with like vertigo type symptoms, like depending on the rain or the season. I guess maybe it's something to do with the air pressure or something. I don't know exactly. Maybe that's how some people can tell like the weather is changing. The soothsayers. They just had busted bones. Hot girl shit. Might have too much paint caked onto this brush. I like the shininess on the gills that I was able to get, because it feels like there's like, I guess it's the texture of the canvas really, but it feels like there's like scales because of how rough the paint was around there. Okay, I think this will help it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I did decent work on this today. Like, I feel like I'm getting closer to completion, so it's a good sign. Let's see if I can get the eye to pop with this. Oh crap, what the heck? The paint isn't even sticking on my... Okay, it's hard to steady my hand. Nice! So we got back the warmth, we defined the face a little bit. We got the shine, or the highlight, in place. I like having linear paths for highlights. Like, it feels like where the light is refracting from is the part that is dimensionally closest to the camera or the viewer. I probably have to look at how light actually works though, to see if there's like different things I should consider. This part's gonna have like a halo part, so I can add that in right now actually. Where is my white? I'll use the same brush. No, actually I'll use this brush. How much white? So her skin tone is a good skin tone to use right now. But I have to remember not to screw that up. Because because it's yellowish, it'll contrast with the blue. It'll have that red pop. Maybe I can put some highlights on the top lid to have it pop a little bit. And then on the cheek, around the nose and the cheek. I'm gonna water it down a little bit. A little bit too much water in the mixture I just made, which means it's gonna dry up a lot lighter. Or it'll be less opaque and more transparent, which is maybe a good thing. Maybe I can use it to like build up the value. so that one should have a circle on it too. The last things that I will have to do for this is probably the rays of light that come down from the surface and some bubbles and water particles. That will probably be at the very end. Well, I have this one drying off a little bit. I'm going to put this one and do a little bit of it. Oh, I have another one too. It's a different color set though, so do this one first. Oops, I think I might have hit something. Oh gosh, why is it making so much sound? So much noise. Okay, so this other character, let me see if I have her stuff. Wait, what? No, don't delete it. Open it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's how her hair is. I'll make her face like this. Oh shit, there's a Christmas one. I should have maybe sorted the playlist a little bit. Or, you know, maybe just leave it in. I actually haven't started one that has like any red. So the red that I put down, I don't want to waste it. Do I have one planned? I have red. That's like a base or something. I'm gonna use volcanics now. Oh, this one's more pickle fish. Crown of Thorns starfish. I guess I can use a base of red. That will maybe make it like glow a little bit. There was a flying, what's it called? Flying Gurid or something? And some of the references have red in it. But I don't know if I want to have red in it because the character that I'm using with that reference, they don't have much red. I think they have any red actually. Gotta find a way to show this stuff on screen too. That way it's not like so disjointed. But for now, I'll go with that one. Russian blue. Crap, that's a lot of glare. Knocking down Yeah, I think the other one that I'm gonna start. Maybe I'll eat first, and then I'll start it. Maybe I can actually fall asleep because I'm actually getting a little tired. We'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, that's probably all I can do on the stream. And honestly, I'm almost done this. I just need to add bubbles and stuff. So that's what I'll do. I'll refine the face a little bit off stream, maybe add strands of hair. There's gonna be some light that's coming from here. Like, okay, the camera's not even showing that part that I pointed out. There's gonna be light coming from here, and like kind of going like that. Yeah, so I'll figure that out off screen. And then add bubbles wherever I feel like they need to be. And that one will be done. I'm gonna have to find if there's a place in my house to like properly photograph it, because every photo I've taken is just like a glaring kind of mess. I'll figure all that out off stream. Either way, thanks for watching. I'm gonna quickly check if there's anyone to raid. If you guys have suggestions, you can let me know. Oh, Des. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while, dude. All I've been seeing of you is you're playing like Dark Souls, or I think you said Life of Pi. How you been, man? Oh, that's not the right website. Twitch. Okay, I don't see anyone that I know, but maybe let me see what this guy's doing. I'll just throw you guys over here and see. And you guys can see what this guy's up to. Looks like he's drawing emotes. But yeah, another small art streamer. Can I use the raid command from here? Yeah, I've been studying, so I'm looking now to integrate myself to drawing again. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I played it a lot. Lies of P, great game. I wanted to play that too. But yeah, that'll have to wait for later on in life. Either way, yeah, good to hear that you're going to get back into drawing. But we are going to send the raid to Ichi Arts, and I'll probably quickly say hi and then go eat. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Yeah, my streams are going more traditional. It's a good way to learn color. Raid now.